Today's Tuesday. It means one thing. Attack on Tuesday. So I'm watching Attack on Titan, which is the first anime I've ever watched. I'm watching it with my community over on Patreon, and we just got up to episode 14, which has the new song Jiyuu no Tsubasa, which I have the chords open here for. And also I have the little music here. Wow, it's such a military anthem, isn't it? So we're going to check that out. I have the full version of it also, which is it's a little extended, obviously. So I'm excited to break that down. And and as far as what I'm doing, every Tuesday is when I watch a new episode of Attack on Titan with my community so far. I mean, I may add on more. And I'm also open to some more anime. I love reacting to anime. I love reacting to J-pop as well. I have a whole collection for J-pop in over on Patreon because, as a music reactor and a lifetime musician and a vocal educator now for 26 years this year, I love breaking down complicated, interesting music and poetry. And Japanese contemporary commercial music is all of that and then some. And so this is my J-pop, J-rock collection. And the way that my channel works is I have people who are ambassadors for their favorite types of music or artists who support me on Patreon with memberships, and then they keep their favorite artists on my radar. And then I react to those favorite artists on YouTube, like my AOT fans. And then I give them even more goodies behind the scenes over on Patreon for supporting me. And that's kind of how it works here. Link to this Patreon collections and my whole Patreon world and community are down there. Anyway, all right, let's give it a go. Here we go. The German. I've only heard this once so far. This is my second time, and it's the extended version. So it's like a second impression maybe. And we're up to right after this. I'm going to be watching episode 15 for the community. So I don't know if you want to catch up. Okay. Wow. Yeah. See, that part reminds me of Gurren no Yumiya, the first opening. This organ solo is crazy right here. So that, I guess, probably the one that we hear in the anime probably ends about there. Is that right? Wow. I have the lyrics. We'll check them later. Nice. They're twins. Okay, so my German is enough where I can read this. One of my musical lives, I was an opera singer, and I lived in Germany for a little bit. So check this out. Die Freiheit, the freedom, and the death, They together are twins. Ah! That says a lot about the song and about where the show is at the moment and the part that we're in. Oh my God, this show, it's my first anime, and what a story. Oh my God. Oh my God. I haven't seen this part yet. Oh my God. I feel like, are there some spoilers here in this video? Maybe there are. That shot. Holy. The giants are so, the titans, I mean, they're so freaking scary. I definitely am experiencing some spoilers here. I haven't seen a female titan yet. If that was, I think that's what that was. Yeah. Oh no, I almost feel like I shouldn't be watching this. Wow. Wow, this guitar solo. Woo! Haha. Yeah, I haven't seen any of this. I don't want to look. Ooh. Okay, I just have to say something. Something I've noticed about anime music and J-pop and just Japanese commercial music in general. There is a love for the slap bass. I mean, oh my God. And admittedly, rightly so, I love the slap bass. But I'm just saying, I hear it so much. You know, it's such a unique musical thing to do, you know, at least in my mind. But it's fascinating for me reacting to music all over the world and seeing patterns in cultures and stuff, you know. It's not as common in American pop music or in any pop music around the world that I know of to use that much slap bass, which is normally like a funky jazz, like a funk thing to do. But I hear it all the time. Like it's so many auto songs have it, you know. It's interesting. And this tempo, wow. Ah! Wow. This almost sounds like Rammstein. Metal group. Ja, der Freiheit. Deutschland. Oh, this is beautiful. What? That's Guru no Yumiya quote. Yeah. Interesting. But with different chords underneath. It's got different chords underneath. This is Guru no Yumiya, but with different chords. What is this? This is so good. Oh. Those strings. Oh my God. Now we're back to the first melody, the new melody. What is that? Who's this girl? Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like there were definitely some spoilers in there for me. Oh no! Oh no! It doesn't matter though. I mean, I'm not a spoiler. It's just like I feel it's not necessarily a spoiler, I guess, if you don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like me seeing the female Titan, which kind of has a haircut like Armin, which I've messed up that Armin is a boy character already, and it's like I mean my mind is like, what is happening? Like what I have no idea what's going on with that Titan. And I'm sure I'm going to find out, and I hope the community is not mad because no, he saw something he shouldn't. Well, good news, I have no idea what it means. And I saw, and I was kind of half looking away just listening to the music. Oh my God, this full composition is crazy. I like how it weaves in some of Guren no Yumiya into it, I want to talk about it a little bit. I want to break down... let me break it down a little. Let's break down what's making it interesting. I mean, that's kind of and break down the vocals, the singing. There's a lot of interesting vocal stuff happening, from the choral stuff to the solo parts and the way that he's singing. Now, there is a singer, I forget his name, who's like the main guy that does a lot of the singing for Hiroyuki Sawano, who is the composer of all of this stuff. It doesn't say down in the credits here. Let me just do a quick little who sang... No, I think I spelled it wrong, but we'll see. Linked Horizon, but then who's the actual singer? I know it was Linked Horizon. Anyway, well, I can check it out because we did. I reacted to the suite, the AOT Attack on Titan suite. And that was really fun checking out the singers that Hiroyuki Sawano worked with in Project EMU, the Attack on Titan suite. Oh my God, that was so fun to break down. But anyway, shout out to the singers. I still will break down vocally what I'm hearing, even though I'm not quite sure who the singer is. Right. So this opening here, obviously... What makes it sound so militaristic, right? That's the thing. What is it? Why does this sound like military stuff so much? Hold on, I can't reach the pedal where I'm sitting right now. Right there. Now that little suspension resolution... It's 4/3 suspension. So we have we've got this G major chord. We're doing a suspension of the C to the B. And that really gives it that feeling. That's a very militaristic thing, like a military song to do. And I pulled up because I already knew this aspect of it. And there's there's a musical, Chess, that has a song. It's not quite as like marchy sounding, but this song is called Anthem, which has those similar it has a similar chord progression feel, even though it's a little more strings and more emotional. And the thing that and what is it exactly? It's that with this chord progression, I just closed it out. With this chord progression, it's very consonant, is what we would call it in the world of music. Right there, here's a suspension. G sus4 to 4G. It's very consonant. And what is consonant? Consonant is, it's a very accessible chord progression. It sounds very... That's consonant. What would be dissonant? That's very, very dissonant, all right? Everything is fighting each other. That's dissonant. That's consonant. Consonant. Things sound like they make sense together. Dissonant. Harmonies start sounding dissonant. They start sounding like they're not working well together when you start pulling in chords from other keys. So like if I'm in the key of C and I play a C and then I go over and I play in F, feels very normal. Play a G feels normal. I go to the A minor, it feels normal. But if I go to the F sharp minor, doesn't quite feel normal. Feels like I'm juxtaposing, I'm sticking a chord in somewhere that maybe it doesn't belong. And then I'm kind of harmonically off kilter. It's like I almost don't know where home is anymore. Then I go here. Whoa, home is moving. What about here? Okay, that sounds kind of normal. What about here? What about now here? That feels weird, right? So, depending on what you do harmonically in relation to borrowing chords from other keys, bringing them into the key you're in, you can create a sense of normalcy, we'll say, or you can create a sense of discomfort or dissonance or unrest, depending on how you do the chords. And J-pop and J-rock and anime music in general, hold on, am I on camera? Can you guys see me? I feel like I'm off camera a little. J-pop, J-rock, they have a tendency to harmonically do that pushing out thing I was showing you. So he starts off very consonant. But then by the time we get to verse 1, where it says, Mui mina shideata, now we've gone from this very normal sounding thing in like C major or A minor, and now we're into, we've got an F sharp minor, E7, F sharp minor, C sharp major, D, B. We're in a whole different harmonic world from where we started, right? And that's all happening right here in the song. And that's part of harmonically what you're hearing, which makes it sound so interesting, supported by the instrumentation. So all of this sounds very militaristic because of that consonance. What else makes it sound very militaristic? The snare drums. Snare drums, we associate them in the collective consciousness as a military drum. Used in the American Revolution, right? And Civil War? I don't know, one of them. We associate the military drum with war. It's a thing. I think it's a Revolutionary War. But maybe I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You get the idea. Snare drums we associate with military stuff. And then what else? Also choruses. Like a group of people singing something in unison. What does singing in unison mean? Da-da-da-da-da-da. We're all singing the same melody all together. We're not harmonizing. Bum, bum, bum. We're not singing different parts to go with the melody. We're all singing the same thing, sometimes in octaves. So you could go da-da-da-da-da-da. And you could sing an octave above that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And that would still be in unison. We hear that. Okay, let's go back. Let me show you that. So why German if this is a Japanese anime, right? Why? Why would we do that? My feeling is that it creates a sense of back up and say this. I think that there is a global collective mind now in the world, and like in case in point, in the musical Wicked, why did they have some characters that had American English accents and then other characters had British accents? And it's based on the character. Like we had Cynthia Erivo who played Elphaba. She's British, but she chose to have an American accent for Elphaba. But then we have other characters in the show who have more of a British accent in the show. And it's kind of like, well, why is that? Well, it's because of it's because of what having a British accent represents in a musical versus having an American accent. A British accent makes you sound more proper, makes you sound more astute and intelligent. Having an American accent, and I'm saying it doesn't mean that you're more astute if you have an accent, a British accent. And it doesn't also mean that you're more of a loose, shooting from the hip, gunslinging, not as astute person if you have an American accent. Nonetheless, that is the perception in the zeitgeist when you hear these accents. All that to say, think about the German language, the sound of it, there is an association of these sounds in the zeitgeist for there to be something with militaristic words and sounds. Why is that? I don't know. Does it could have something to do with World War II maybe? I'm not sure, but it's a part of the zeitgeist, and I think that's why there's German being used here in a Japanese anime. If you have any other ideas and theories about it, let me know why. Let me know your thoughts on it. I could be way off, but that's my take on it. It's almost like reminds me of the musical Cabaret. And see, now we're out of that militaristic feeling right there. So right here, so now we've got, those are the lyrics. We'll go back to those again. So we were in A. So we're into that A minor section right here, which is what we just heard right there. Right? Oh, mein Freund. So that Freund, interesting. Oh, my friend, fire. All right, so we could go. Well, I have the lyrics here. We'll go through that in a second. I just want to check out some of the musical things that are happening still too. Okay, so let's break down a little bit of what's happening there. So I'm going to talk about his singing right now. You hear that brassiness? What is that? How is he singing? How would I characterize his singing here? This is how I break down voices. I like to get you all to think about singing around certain vocal elements. It helps you understand what you're hearing. Singing can be kind of abstract, and it's really helpful to have some points of data to focus on. How would I characterize his singing? He's got lots of adduction of the vocal folds, which means vocal fold closure. Very closed chords, bop, bop, as opposed to breathy open vocal folds, right? He's super brassy, lots of chord closure, lots of thickening, lots of air pressure as opposed to like a little bit of air pressure. He's really pressing and pushing out his voice. He's got very lateral vowels. If you look at the vowels down there, bop, bop, ah, very lateral. He's not like, oh, he's not tall. Not a lot of internal throat space. He's not opening his throat like an opera singer at all. Very little vibrato. I think I was hearing some vibrato at the end of long-held notes and phrases. I'm also not hearing a lot of like creaky door grit, although there is some squeezing in the voice. Bop, 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 which gives it a little bit of that angsty poppiness, but there's not so much compression in the voice that it's making it gritty, like creaky door sounds and stuff. Actually, I take that back. I thought I heard some creaky sounds right there. We're right on that, whatever that, is that German? Is he German there? Ja, der Feind ist grausam, wir bringen, it's such a mixture of linguistics. I don't know what that part was, but it doesn't matter. There's like a little loop in his voice there. You hear that? What was that? That's cool. I love these accents. So this is where sometimes J-pop for me or anime openings can have a little, at least this show. I feel like I'm too much of a newbie to anime openings. I've started checking out Chainsaw Man. There are a few of those openings that kill me. Like that Jane Doe one, that opening, I don't know, that just messes with something in my emotional world is all messed up with that one. A lot of the music from Attack on Titan, at least I think that I would say that, it has some parallels to bands like Nightwish, like symphonic metal groups. I get those vibes sometimes. Do you get those too at all? I wonder if there's a crossover of fandom also, you know? It's interesting, all these crossovers. And it's also interesting for me with reacting what fandoms seem to find me and I seem to get into them. Like, this is all a big, wild, new world for me. It can become really easy as a musician, especially when you get more and more studied, you know. Like I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in music. It's been my life study, you know, music. And so when you start studying really deep and you get really deep, it can become easy to lose sight of how to connect to like lay people and non-musician people and make music that's still accessible, because your mind is so advanced. It's almost like what gets you going musically, nobody else is into anymore. That is not the case with Hiroyuki Sawano at all. His ability to write melodies that are emotionally appropriate for what's happening musically speaking or expressively speaking in whatever he's writing, in addition to it being catchy, it's amazing. That melody's so catchy. Here's an so it's like the same thing twice, but then it goes up a little higher the second time. Something, I don't know that part. Then, do you hear that? So catchy! And that little ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, that's a quote to Gura no Yumiya, right? It's like a little, that, I think that's what it, yeah, it does do that. Same thing with a, when they come in later. All right, I want to look at the chords in that part. See, now that's very accessible, right? But the thing is, what's weird is going here from starting in C major, you know? That's what I mean. It's a juxtaposition to move into this key. So I guess we're in F sharp minor, really. So we went from C major, which is really where the song started, or you could say A minor. Every major key has an evil minor twin, and every minor key has a happy major twin. Speaking of twins, which we were talking about from the lyrics earlier, what was it? Freedom and, oh crap, what was the Zwilling, where was it? It talked about twin. Anyway, are these the complete lyrics? Maybe they're not. Anyway, we had that lyric earlier. I didn't remember. It went by so fast. But the idea of these major minor keys having, I won't get into all of that, but just know that inside the world of harmony, every major key has a minor twin key that kind of uses the same accidentals. It kind of exists in the same musical world, I'll put it that way. I don't want to get in the weeds on that, but anyway, let's keep listening. This is their Freiheit. These are the, like that's like Gura no Yumiya, right? just so crazy. Such fast tempos, such complex rhythmic accenting, meter changes, the whole nine. Incredible fills. This little organ solo here, reminiscent of like The Doors or something, is so crazy. There's Aaron in Titan form. Like, listen to these drums here. Crazy. So the beat's like, let's see how fast it is. Yeah, like 147 beats per minute. And you can hear, if you listen inside of the beat there, there's like the snare is hitting like on the end of each beat. So it's like, it's hitting on the end of the beat. And it's interesting because they're kind of buried back in the track a little bit, but if you had a band with a drummer doing that live on stage in like a club, that would be crazy. It's so aggressive. That drumming is like intense heavy metal drumming. It's just kind of back in the mix, so it doesn't have that impact as much on you, but wow. The strings kind of soften the intensity of it because the strings are a little more dominant in the mix. Ow, ow. Hear that little flip in his voice? Beautiful. Yodeling. So how do you do that? You have to lean into the brassiness. Ow, ow. It's all about, you have to kind of press and lean into your thickened brassy chord closure and then almost like letting a rubber band go. Ow, 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 yodelay. There's like a little feeling of like snap release that your voice does. So good. This part's the part. That was the lyric. Yeah, okay, good. God, I had to wake up. Die Freiheit, the freedom. Freedom and death are twins. Freedom and death are twins. Those are the twins. They together are twins. Wait, yeah, die Freiheit oder der Tod. Now this is, oder is or, right? Unser Freund ist ein... Meine Deutsche ist nicht so gut jetzt. Ich bin etwas aus der Übung mit meiner Deutsch, aber wir können probieren. Ist das richtig? Ich habe vergessen, es tut mir leid. All right, let me go back. Yeah, I've studied a bit of German in my day with opera stuff, but I'm definitely rusty. Unser Freund ist ein. So Freund is friend. Our friend is one. Our friend is one. So we like one, either freedom or death. You can only have one, maybe? That's the music accenting. It's that fast, those 16th notes. We're at this crazy tempo with crazy stuff happening at the 16th note level. Listen to the hi-hat. The hi-hat's that thing with the cymbals that go up and down like this in a drum kit. And the drum and the guitar. That strumming is so fast. crazy fast. Crazy fast. I can't wait to get to this stuff. I can't wait till they get outside the walls. I didn't even know that we're going here. Wow. Hear how we got a little bit of that military sound in there again? The chord progression started moving back in that direction. By the way, his tone changed a little bit here. Now he's got a little creaky door, a little grittier, right? Yeah, and we have some harmonies. There's that suspension. That 4/3 suspension. Now we have this like throwback big hair band 80s style guitar solo. Yes! Reminds me of the band Ghost a little bit. Wow, I haven't seen this part. Ah, don't look. I don't want to see it. I'm not looking. I don't want to see this now. I'm thinking. This looks a little... I'm just listening. Oh, here's that. So, I mean, again, the speed. All that. Incredible. Wow! Hear how fast the chords are changing here. Ba 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 ba. It's like the chord change becomes its own melody here. Wow! Oh my God, that's fun. Hold on, I do have the lyrics open here. Let's look at the lyrics a little bit. Okay. Wings of freedom. Well, friend, here's to your victory. This is the first glory. Oh, my friend, let's celebrate this victory for the next fight. Yeah, that feels like a militaristic statement, doesn't it? They died in vain. I won't let anybody say it, not until I become the last lone arrow on the battlefield. The enemy is gruesome. We'll bring it on. The enemy is gigantic. We'll spring high. We gripped 2 steel blades of glory. Oh, that's the tech stuff in this show is fascinating, by the way. Sing the song of victory and have the wings of freedom on our backs. So maybe it does mean wings of freedom. The enemy is gruesome. With our determination held close to our hearts, we sever the ring of folly, dances into the sky, wings of freedom. Didn't the birds break out of their shell in order to fly and not to climb on the ground? This poetry is cool. Not climb on the ground pathetically. For what reason do we possess those wings? Isn't the sky like a bird cage too tiny? And that ties into this whole idea of the show, being trapped behind these walls. Freedom and death, they are both twins. Yep. Freedom or death, our friend is one of them. Okay, I was right. Yeah. For what reason then that we are born? Why are we born? I don't know the answer is to complicate. Okay, so it's kind of like, I think that's the message, that line that I grabbed there. Freedom and death, they are both twins. That's kind of the moral of the story. It's like it's kind of like an ideology that they're unifying behind. Instead of like Gurren no Yumiya was like a war cry, like an individualistic song. Let's fight, let's motivate. This song feels like a coming together, like a let's unify, let's become a unified force and have ideology behind that unification. Whew, I just got deep there. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. All right. Yeah. And what else? Oh my God, 41 minutes? I'm still talking? Oh God. I can't believe that I've been talking this long. I've been reacting this long. Okay, I'm going to stop here. This is like, see, I enjoy this. Obviously, I talked for 41 minutes about this song. Okay, well, there you go. More to come. Now I need to go watch the actual episode. I didn't really, hopefully I have time. Yeah, I've got some time. I got plenty of time. All right, I'll see you in my next reaction. That was fun. I'm going to be checking out a lot more openings and things to anime over on my community on Patreon, and then I'll be doing some more here for you all on YouTube. If you want to come join the community, keep bending my ear, giving me ideas of what openings I need to check out next and closings, let me know down in the comments. You can let me know over at Patreon that's really where I get most of my info of what I'm doing next. So anyway, I'll talk to you in my next reaction. Cheers. That was a lot of fun.